Hello everybody, welcome to iExamB's Legal B. This is Amrita, your law faculty here at iExamB. Embrace iExamB learning experience with us. In this video today, I am going to continue with my series that I have started of 300 important questions that we are providing with 15 MCQs in each video every day. It is helpful for your preparation for IBPS SO Law Officer exam and also UIIC legal examination. Today I am going to take up the acts which are of course a part of banking law because I wanted to complete that before IBPS SO Law Officer examination. So that we have completed today. Today I will be taking up Legal Services Authorities Act and Indian Stamp Act 1899 for my discussion in this video. आप इन वीडियोस की PPT डाउनलोड करके रख सकते हैं for your preparation. सारे questions को रेफर कर सकते हैं. कोई doubts है तो हमें reach out कीजिएगा. Also download our app for 50% faster job preparation. What is chargeable refer to under the Indian Stamp Act? Only instruments executed after the act's commencement are chargeable under the Indian Stamp Act. Instruments executed after the act's commencement are chargeable under this act, while those executed before are chargeable under the law in force in India at the time of execution. Instruments are only chargeable if executed by a single person. All instruments are chargeable regardless of when they were executed. Only instruments executed before the act's commencement are chargeable under the Indian Stamp Act. Answer is B. Instruments executed after the act's commencement are chargeable under this act, while those executed before are chargeable under the law in force in India at the time of execution. A logical question this is. This is covered under section 2, that is dealing with definitions. What does duly stamped mean in relation to an instrument? Instrument bears a stamp of any amount as long as it is adhesive. Instrument only needs an impressed stamp regardless of the amount. Instrument has any adhesive or impressed stamp affixed regardless of value or legal compliance. Instrument only requires a stamp if it is an international document. Instrument has an adhesive or impressed stamp of at least the proper amount applied according to the law in force in India. Correct answer is the last option only, E, that the instrument has an adhesive or impressed stamp of at least the proper amount. This is important. Applied according to the law in force in India, covered under section 2 clause 11, duly stamped. Main crux है ये act का, so ये definitions काफी important है. What does the term impressed stamp include? Only stamps embossed or engraved on stamp paper. Labels affixed by any officer and stamps printed on the plain paper. Only adhesive stamps attached to the documents. Labels affixed and impressed by the proper officer as well as stamps embossed or engraved on stamp paper. Any label or stamp regardless of method of affixing. Correct answer is D. The labels that are affixed and impressed by the proper officer as well as stamps embossed or engraved on stamp paper. Section 2 definitions deal with it. Impressed stamp. Clause 13 deals with this. So in that it is covered. Basic है ये stamps के बारे में. What does the term stamp mean under the Indian Stamp Act? An adhesive stamp used for official purposes. Mark, seal, endorsement made by a person authorized by central government. Mark, seal or endorsement by an authorized agency or person including adhesive or impressed stamps for duty chargeable under the Stamp Act. Only a seal or endorsement made by a private individual. Any adhesive label used for commercial purposes. Answer is C. Mark, seal or endorsement by an authorized agency or person including adhesive or impressed stamps for duty chargeable under the Stamps Act. Section 2, Clause 26. When several instruments are used to complete a sale, mortgage or settlement, how is duty charged according to the Indian Stamps Act? All instruments are charged with the full duty prescribed in Schedule 1. Only the last instrument in the transaction is charged with duty. Principal instrument is charged with the full duty as prescribed in Schedule 1 and each additional instrument is charged as duty of 1 rupee. Each instrument is exempted from duty if used in a single transaction. Only the first instrument is charged with duty while the others are free from any duty. Correct answer is C. The principal instrument is charged with the full duty as prescribed in Schedule 1 and each additional instrument is charged a duty of 1 rupee. Section 4. Several instruments used in a single transaction of sale, mortgage, settlement. This is dealing with this. First clause itself provides for it. In the case of issue, sale or transfer of securities, how is stamp duty charged? Instrument on which stamp duty is chargeable under section 9A shall be the principal instrument, and no stamp duty is charged on other instruments that are related to the transaction. Duty is charged on all instruments used in the transaction, with the principal instrument charged in the highest duty. Duty is one charged on the sale or transfer instrument, not on the issue of securities. Duty is equally distributed across all instruments involved in the transaction. No stamp duty is charged on securities transactions under any circumstances. Correct answer is A, that the instrument on which stamp duty is chargeable under section 9A shall be the principal instrument, and no stamp duty is charged on any other instruments related to the transaction. Section 4, several instruments used in single transaction of sale, mortgage or settlement deals with this. When an instrument comprises or relates to several distinct matters, how is the stamp duty charged according to the Act? Instrument is charged with the duty of the matter with the highest duty applicable. Instrument is charged with the aggregate amount of duties applicable to each matter as if separate instruments were executed for each. Duty is based on primary matter involved in the instrument. Only the first matter mentioned in the instrument is charged with duty, and no duty is charged for others. Instrument is not charged any duty for relating to multiple matters. Correct answer is B. Instrument is charged with the aggregate amount of duties applicable to each matter as if separate instruments were executed for each. Section 5. Instruments relating to several distinct matters. If an instrument falls within two or more descriptions of Schedule 1, how is the duty charged? When two descriptions are covered, instrument is charged with the lowest duty applicable among all descriptions. Means the instrument is one this time. Previous question में जो हमने देखा था उसमें instrument ज़्यादा थे. So we focus on the principal instrument. यहाँ पे आप please note कीजिएगा that the instrument is one but it is falling into a more descriptions. इस तरीके से twisted questions पूछे जा सकते हैं और आप confuse हो सकते हो. So आपके जो basic concepts है वो clear रखो. इन एक्ट से अगर क्वेश्चंस आते हैं तो आपको इस तरीके से आंसर करना है. Instrument is exempted from duty in such cases. Instrument is charged with the average of duties applicable. Instrument is charged with the highest duty applicable among different descriptions. Instrument is charged with a fixed duty regardless of the descriptions. Answer is D. Section 6. Instruments coming with several descriptions in Schedule 1. So, instrument is charged with highest duty that is applicable among the different descriptions. Remember that. It will be the highest duty. When a sea insurance policy covers both a voyage and a period of time beyond 30 days after the ship's arrival and mooring, how is the stamp duty charged according to the Act? Policy is charged with duty only as a policy for a voyage. Policy is charged with duty only as a policy for time. Policy is exempted from duty if it covers both voyage and time. Policy is charged with duty as both a policy for a voyage and a policy for time. Policy is charged with a reduced duty since it covers both voyage as well as time. Correct answer is D. Policy is charged with duty as both a policy for a voyage and policy for time. This is covered in Section 7, Policies of Sea Insurance, Clause 4. As per Credit Information Companies Regulation Act 2005. Now we are going to discuss some questions from this Act as well. The Reserve Bank may by notification increase the minimum amount of authorized capital of every credit information company to an amount of 50 crores, an amount not exceeding 15 crores, any amount not exceeding 50 crores, such amount as it may determine after consultation with the central government, either A or D, that is an amount of 50 crores or such amount as it may determine after consultation with the central government. Correct answer is C. Any amount not exceeding 50 crores. Section 8, Clause 1 deals with it. Requirement as to minimum capital. Provided that Reserve Bank may by notification increase the minimum amount of authorized capital to any amount not exceeding 50 crores. According to Credit Information Companies Regulation Act 2005, specified users means credit institution, credit information company, person or institution as the RBI may specify. All of the above, both A and C. Both A and C में क्या आएगा? Credit institution and person or institution as the RBI may specify. Correct answer is D. All of the above. Section 2L, any credit institution, credit information company, member under Section 15 Clause 3 includes such that the person or institution as may be specified by regulations made from time to time by the RBI. So this means that all of the above are covered under the definition of specified users. Its section of Credit Information Companies Regulation Act 2005 deals with the grant of certificate of registration. This section number also you remember, and also the concept on what terms the grant of certificate of registration takes place. It is section 5, that is the correct answer. I have not shared the entire section over here, but आप इस वीडियो को पॉज करके सेक्शन 5 चेक कर सकते हैं पूरा. रिजर्व बैंक ही ग्रांट करता है. You may also be asked that who grants the certificate of registration and who makes the application. Obviously the company will make it, and that will be to commence or carry on business of credit information. So what are the grounds on which they will be satisfied when they will issue this certificate? So ये provision बहुत important है. Please study it well. As per the Credit Information Companies Regulation Act 2005, minimum paid-up capital of every credit information company at any time shall not be less than 75%, shall not be less than 75% of the authorized capital, shall not be less than 75% of the issued capital, may not be less than 75% of the subscribed capital, may not be less than 75% of the issued capital. Correct answer is C. Shall not be less than 75% of the issued capital. Section 8 clause 3 deals with the minimum paid up capital of every credit information company. Under this CIC Act, okay, I will take the short form now. Credit information can be commenced or carried on only after obtaining a certificate of registration form. As I had told you in the previous question that this can also be asked. So, now check yourself. Very simple, just we have discussed in the previous slides. Just the answer, the question was framed in a different manner. Here it is asked in a different manner. Correct answer is A, RBI. Section 3, prohibition to commence or carry on business of credit information. No company shall commence or carry on business of credit information without obtaining a certificate of registration from Reserve Bank under this Act. And that will be provided as per Section 5. So both the provisions are giving us this information which is asked under this question. Last question for today. The word borrower as per Credit Information Companies Regulation Act 2005 means what? Any person who has been granted loan or any other credit facility by a credit institution and includes a client of a credit institution. Person who has been granted loan and any other credit facility by a credit institution and it includes a client of a credit institution. Any bank or banking institution or public financial institution. Both A and C. None of the above. So borrower includes what as per this Act? Correct answer is A. Section 2, B, borrower. It means who has been granted loan or any other credit facility by a credit institution and it includes a client of a credit institution. So that's all for today. Prepare 50% faster with SRI exam. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Reach out to us by any of the following methods. If you have any doubts, queries, download our app from the Google Play Store and check out all the features available even on iExamBees app. Do visit our website as well. Thank you everybody. Have a good day.